What's up, Bills Mafia? You already know we're in that phase of the offseason where the work doesn't stop. The Buffalo Bills are doing everything they can to sharpen every edge, fix every flaw, and stack every inch of improvement possible. Because the goal never changes: bring that Lombardi home to Buffalo. So before we dive deep into today's hot story, James Cook's contract drama, what it means for the offense, and how the new defensive rookies could be game changers, smash that like button. Drop a comment below, and if you bleed red, white, and blue, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's ride together all season long now. Let's start with the headline grabbing everyone's attention: James Cook's contract situation. Here's what we know. Cook is entering the final year of his rookie deal. After back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons and a league-leading 16 rushing touchdowns in 2024, it's clear he's not just another back, he's become the most consistent weapon in this Bills offense, not named Josh Allen. Now here's the big stat. If Cook runs for 1,000 yards in 2025, he'll join Thurman Thomas and O.J. Simpson as the only backs in franchise history to log 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons. That's elite company, Bills fans. Cook wants to be paid like a top-tier back. Rumors suggest he's looking in the $10 to $15 million per year range. The Bills, they're being cautious, and frankly, that's smart. GM Brandon Beane knows he's balancing cap flexibility with offensive identity. But unlike other stars around the league holding out or throwing shade online, Cook showed up for mandatory minicamp. That's huge. No drama in the locker room, no tension with the coaching staff. He even said himself, no hard feelings. That tells us Cook is betting on himself and, maybe more importantly, betting on this team. Let's not sugarcoat this. The Bills' offense runs through Josh Allen, but without a reliable ground game, Allen ends up doing too much. We've seen it before. Cook's explosiveness and vision have allowed the Bills to finally balance that offense, especially in short yardage and red zone situations. Behind him, the Bills have depth. Ray Davis looked solid as a rookie, posting for 142 yards and 3 touchdowns. Ty Johnson became a third-down weapon, leading running backs in receiving yards. And now, they've added Darrynton Evans to the mix, but none of these guys are James Cook. You bring back all 5 starting offensive linemen, you return Josh Allen as the reigning MVP. You need continuity. And Cook is the glue that keeps the run game dangerous and defenses honest. Buffalo knows this. And while the deal might not get done before training camp kicks off on July 23rd, all signs point to Cook suiting up and handling business in 2025. Now 25 years old, he's entering his prime. If he delivers again, the big payday will come, if not from Buffalo, then from someone. Now let's flip sides. The offense might have grabbed headlines, but defense wins championships. And this offseason, Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott made sure the defense got stronger. Enter to names you need to know: Maxwell Hairston and Landon Jackson. We'll start with Hairston. This kid is fast for 0.8 seconds in the 40-yard dash at the combine. Fast. The No. 30 overall pick out of Kentucky, Hairston brings the kind of speed, physicality, and aggressiveness that the Bills have lacked opposite Christian Benford. Even with a minor hamstring tweak during minicamp, coaches are excited. Defensive coordinator Bobby Babich said it best: there's speed, and then there's playing fast. Max is learning to do both. He's going to battle it out with Tre'Davious White and Dane Jackson in training camp for that CB to roll. Don't be surprised if the rookie wins that job. The potential is real. Then there's Landon Jackson, the 6'6" monster edge rusher from Arkansas, taken at No. 70 to overall. Jackson was a 2-time All-Sec selection who tested extremely well at the combine. He fits the mold of what the Bills love: long, physical, and disruptive off the edge. In 2024, the Bills' defense ranked 24th against the pass. That's not going to cut it. They let go of Kyle Elam. They didn't re-sign Russell Douglas. What they did do was get younger, faster, and nastier. Jackson and Hairston are the new breed. Look, when you zoom out and take a full look at the Bills' offseason, a clear pattern emerges. This wasn't about chasing headlines or signing splashy names. This was about sustainability. The Bills kept their core intact: Josh Allen, Matt Milano, Taron Johnson, Dion Dawkins. They retained the entire starting O-line. They added high upside defenders to a unit that's already smart, physical, and well-coached. And on offense, they let go of Stefon Diggs, yes, but Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, and Dalton Kincaid could form one of the most dynamic young pass-catching trios in the NFL. If they do swing a trade for a guy like Terry McLaurin later this summer, watch out. But even without another move, This team is built to win now. The window is open. You've got the MVP under center. You've got talent at every level of the defense. And if James Cook is on the field come week 1, you've got balance. Now, let's be clear, Josh Allen is him, the 2020 for MVP, the emotional leader of this franchise, and the heart of the Buffalo Bills, but even superheroes need backup. And according to Henry McKenna from Fox Sports, Josh Allen's success this season might depend more on the guys in the trenches than ever before. We're talking about the offensive line. Yep, those 5 unsung heroes who rarely get the love they deserve: Dion Dawkins, David Edwards, Connor McGovern, Osiris Torrance, and Spencer Brown. They're the backbone of Buffalo's offense. McKenna said it best: the offense ran as much around its big guys as it did around Allen. And he's right. That O-line didn't just protect Allen, they powered the run game, opened up space for James Cook, and gave Josh the time to do what only he can do. Let's not forget this group was almost freakishly healthy in 2024. The only missed game was by Brown and the backup Salek Anderson, Tylan Grable. Ryan Vandemark proved they could step in if needed. But here's the warning shot: if that line falters, the entire offense could shift. Allen might not get the clean pockets, the run game might sputter, and our entire balance, something we fought so hard to build last year, could disappear. And that leads us into the next issue, the wide receiver room. With Stefon Diggs, Amari Cooper, and Mack Hollins all gone, the Bills had to retool. They brought in Josh Palmer and Elijah Moore, and of course, Keon Coleman and Khalil Shakir are expected to lead the way. But here's the problem: do we actually have a true WR1? McKenna points out what many of us have wondered since Diggs left: talent might be doing too much. And it's true. Last year, despite unimpressive passing stats, 3,731 yards and 28 touchdowns, his lowest since year 2, Allen still earned MVP honors because of his sheer willpower and efficiency. The guy posted a league-leading 77.3 QBR and the second highest passer rating of his career at 101.4. He carried the offense on his back. But can he keep doing that without a go-to weapon? McKenna highlights the names that could step up in 2025: Keon Coleman and Khalil Shakir. Let's start with Shakir: 100 targets, 76 catches, 821 yards for touchdowns, and 35 first downs. From the slot, he's becoming Allen's most trusted target. Think Julian Edelman, but in red, white, and blue. The guy just gets open and makes plays, but he's not your typical X-receiver. He's not Yamar Chase or A.J. Brown, so even if he leads the team again, he might not change the way defenses prepare for Buffalo. Then there's Keon Coleman. The rookie had a rocky start: 29 receptions, 556 yards, and 4 touchdowns, but battled a nagging wrist injury most of the season. Still, Coleman has the traits: size, physicality, leaping ability. If he can refine his roots and stay healthy, he could evolve into the deep threat alpha Allen needs. Remember, even slot-based or 1S can dominate in today's NFL. Just ask Amon-Ra, St. Brown, or Cooper Kupp, but you still need someone who draws double coverage. Someone defenses fear, and right now, that's missing in Buffalo. One thing the Bills have adopted post-Diggs is a spread-it-around mentality. The everybody-eats approach, and that works to a point. It keeps defenses guessing. It makes every snap a potential surprise, but in those key third downs, in the red zone, in the playoffs when it's cold, loud, and you need the guy. You need someone Josh Allen can go to without hesitation. If Coleman develops, or if Shakir levels up again, that answer might come from within. If not, Brandon Beane might have to make a move mid-season, maybe a trade deadline splash for a veteran receiver. Now, circling back, let's say the O-line does regress, injuries hit, chemistry slips, defenses win more battles up front. McKenna makes the case that Buffalo might not have enough offensive firepower to make up for it through there. And that's a fair point. James Cook's role becomes even more important. So does the tight end game with Dalton Kincaid. But ultimately, it's Josh Allen who'll be asked to do too much once again. And we've seen the cost of that late season: fatigue, higher turnover risk, and too many hits on the franchise QB. So, Bills Mafia, what do you think? Should Brandon Beane lock in James Cook long-term before training camp? Do you trust Maxwell Hairston to win the CB job out of the gate? And are you excited about Landon Jackson bringing that fire off the edge? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's hear your takes.